I really hate my phone. It's so soul-sucking, distracting, and really time-consuming. It's actually infuriating. Luckily for me, with timers on apps and just deleting the apps I don't need, I can kind of manage to use it without wasting my whole day on it. However, there's one specific scenario that's been bothering me for a while, and I can't seem to find a solution to it. Whenever I wake up at night to grab some water or open the window, the first thing I do is reach for my phone to use the screen as my flashlight. And of course, doing that, I inadvertently check my phone's notifications, and somehow I end up scrolling on Instagram, checking my emails, or answering a notification. And it's a terrible habit I shouldn't be having. So you're probably thinking, why don't I just use a flashlight or turn my lights on? Well, let me show you why. Yeah, I don't really like getting flashbanged at 3 AM. And to be fair, it's probably worse for my eyes than just checking my phone. So that's not a solution I can do. You're probably now telling me I should get a dimmer flashlight. That would be a good solution, but that's no fun, and then I wouldn't have a reason to build this little box right here. More on that later. For now, let's start at the beginning. I've had these motion detecting lights that I bought over on AliExpress a while ago, and one had recently stopped working, as most cheap things on AliExpress do eventually. So I thought I could somehow upcycle those to fix my phone night issue. I took them apart and saw something quite concerning. The lithium batteries had swollen up and started looking like nice soft pillows. It's not something you really want with batteries. So I scrapped the idea and started over, thinking I would probably use some good quality rechargeable batteries instead of these pillow looking lithium batteries. Here's the goal. I need a tiny little box that can emit a really dim light with a button press. Ideally, that use rechargeable batteries, but I also don't need to take out of the box I just made to recharge them. Lucky for me, I had everything I needed from my Game Boy modding era. The shopping list was easy. I needed some warm LEDs, a battery case, a couple wires, a tiny charging module, a breakout board, a switch or a button, and possibly a couple resistors, because I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing. Tool-wise, I needed my multimeter, a wire stripper, and my soldering gun. So let's get soldering. And stay to the end, because I do have a bonus clip. After soldering all the wires, I risked it all and just turned it on and hoped it would work and not short anything. And the LEDs turned on, which was pretty neat. Turns out I didn't short anything. Another thing I should have tested was the charging board, but you know, let's check that once it's all built, and I'll regret my choices later on down the line. The next step was needing a container to hold all the parts. So as always, I got to Fusion 360 and modeled a box. I added a hole for a button, a hole for the charging board, and got to printing. I boosted my camera's ISO to 12,800, so excuse the grain, but here's how it looked once it was on. A lot of light bleeding through the sides of the box, so my solution for that is electrical tape. The electrical tape seems to indeed be the solution to a lot of my issues. My favourite step comes next, hot gluing everything together and hope it all holds and hide the mess in a box with a lid on top. If it works, it works. And in my case, it seems to have worked so far. I added some vinyl on the front of the box to make it a bit nicer, since my 3D printing plate is 7 years old and looks absolutely terrible, so the finish is never that nice. And all that's left is the lid and testing it out properly. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.